Good.
All right. Okay. Hey guys. Camera right there. So me and my dad. This is my dad.
My dad.
We decided. Well, I decided I want to do Reddit stories, and we both love hearing all the crazy Reddit stories. So we decided we was gonna do our own read Reddit stories thing on YouTube. And this is our first story. So this is, am I the a hole for saying this to my boyfriend? I'm sorry, there's no ages or nothing. Okay. Last night, my boyfriend and I were getting dinner ready, and we're laughing, and we're laughing and having a good time. He was getting our plates ready and asked me how big of a piece of scalloped potatoes, and I said, not too big, not too small, just right. And then I said, just like you. Oh, in a joking like tone. It wasn't meant to be in an insulting way at all, but my boyfriend's mood totally shifted. And as we sat down to eat, I asked him what was wrong, and he said that my comment was rude and he was pissed off about it. I apologized and told him I didn't mean it as an insult. If anything, I was trying to say that he's just right, but also I could see now why he may take it as an insult, and that I really was sorry, and it was never in my intention to hurt my feelings. And then went to give him a hug, and he pulled away from me. Okay, that's all right. The rest of the night, he sat on the couch, basically glared at me, and then went back to bed without saying goodnight. I made him a "I'm sorry" card and put it where him where he'd
Put for him.
put for him where he'd see
Yeah.
it. Okay,
He'd
when
see
he
it.
got ill for work, and he did because it's been moved and won't even answer my text now this morning. Am I the a hole for thinking that he's refusing to see it as an honest mistake? Edit. I thought I was saying he's the perfect size by saying this. I'm 30 and he's 35. Oh God. Okay. Edit. I thought it was like a 20-something-year-old. Edit. This is how he's responded to me. Oh. Okay. Screenshots. Okay. Before we get to the screenshots, do you want any opinions on this?
Well, first of all, sensitive subject with me, and I wouldn't ever touch that subject. Period. If everything's great, I wouldn't
For a
touch it.
woman to say something like that,
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
I think it's a vast overreaction by him.
That depends on how
It's
confident
like
he
that's
is in
yeah,
this
but
situation.
okay. She's not saying give me a little bitty one, itty bitty one. You better
No,
feel it like
no,
me,
no.
like you. That's not what she said. She said you're perfect. You're perfect.
Right.
Like you want better than perfect.
No, guys would much rather be
And-
uncomfortable
and
being
see,
uncomfortable
and-
being
and
than,
that-
than,
And to
than
me,
perfect.
that's a gross predatory take on it. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that's
You like
your
it. You
side.
like yeah. It's painful, ain't it? Like, oh, why would you want? Why would you? Why would you want?
So
I don't get it. That's gross.
if you're going to err in your speech about this, you need to err on the side of it being uncomfortable, uncomfortably large, than just right. Because just right sounds like
Why?
it just sounds like you putting them down some kind of way. It just sounds,
Jesus Christ.
so I know it's crazy. I'm just dealing with
I know, and I know men
you're
think
the
that
ego,
way, but
the male ego.
I just think it's really gross. When you think about it, it's really gross.
And when you say it like that, it kind of, you're right, because it's
'Cause
not
it
being
just-
sensitive to her.
Right, at this
thoughts,
point, it's like, yeah, sex is really uncomfortable for you to have it with me.
So,
But
yeah.
you still want it, don't you? No, they don't, because it's nasty. You don't want it. Like, God, that's so bad. I think it's terrible.
Well, you asked
That
me
is-
my opinion.
I know.
It's kind of like women in age. Women don't age at all. Women don't gain weight. That stuff doesn't happen. So yeah, it's kind of like with men. You don't mention that whole area unless
that is so gross.
it's a really confident man.
Can I read all these?
I don't know. What do you read? What?
These are the texts. I want to read them.
What text?
The text that the girl said.
Oh,
Yeah, I want to hear from you. What you said just made me sad. I'm over it now. Thank you for the apology letter. I got the white shirt diet again. Okay, I just didn't know. And you're welcome. I really sorry. I really am sorry. I want to make sure I didn't minimize your feelings or insecurities at all because I know how painful that could be. I was honestly trying to say you're perfect, but like I said, I understand how it could sound. Okay, sound like that. Did you say something about me washing your truck? this morning, what dates are you going again? Okay, so I guess they're back to normal. I'm not getting the full thing of this, am
I don't know. It looks like it is, but
I can't. I can't. What's the top part?
it says.
Something like it bothered me. See, I don't like this.
And just
Anyway,
so you know,
yeah,
you are the best sex I've ever had. Okay.
I just feel all awkward about it now, and I'm really not okay with it. It hurt my feelings. I'm at work and thought I was night shift guy and needed it done. Okay, needed to be done today. Like, holy fuck, really? Corey, I'm not giving you shit. Jeez, please don't talk to me like that. Oh, I needed it done today washing the truck. Yeah, okay. Just like you're allowed to decide what hurts your feelings, I am too. Please treat me kinder. I get your stress from working so much, but I'm allowed to say if things hurt my feelings. You do the same too. I am human. You know what I've been. You know what? I've been nice to you. Okay, Corey, I made a bad joke, and I have. See, I don't know what it says. Lady, get your stuff out the way. You want people to read it. Oh, okay, here you go. And I apologize. I validated and apologized. I said not too big, not too small, just right. By the way,
She repeated.
I'm not.
She repeated
doing
it again.
this right now. We're too heated. You still don't realize what you said. Like it's way over the line.
It over.
Chelsea, you should have blew your name out. I love you. We're on the same team. Work with me, not against me, please, babe. Yeah, sure we are. I'm not stressed from work. I'm stressed from what you said. It was disrespectful and not nice. That's not nice.
It might not be that
I
bad,
am
man.
very sorry for what I said and how you took it. It wasn't my intention, and I've made that very clear. Please don't treat me like the enemy. Have a good day. I'll talk to you later.
The broken heart. Where's the broken heart emoji? Hers or his?
She used it.
Oh, okay.
We love each other. Please remember that. I made a mistake. Please don't hate me. I've been apologizing since. I'm not fighting against you being upset. I've said I understand that it wasn't my intention. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do.
He really needs some room. He just needs some room. He needs some room. He needs some room. He needs some time. He's not over it yet, and he's not gonna get over it. He's got to get out of his own head.
What are these comments saying? Because I hate that I read this.
I found that interesting.
No, it's interesting. It's just I understand what you're saying, and I understand he's feeling some kind of way about it.
He's in his feelings.
But
he get out of his feelings.
She's apologized several times.
Right. That's why he just needs time. It's not gonna heal for him that quickly.
She didn't say I'm not satisfied. It's just so gross.
He's got to use his logical brain. He's got to use that part of his mind and just mull it around a little bit. Give him some time.
I can understand the like ooh kind of thing when you hear it, but it's like, how are you upset she complimented you?
But the problem I got is that she's repeating it. Don't repeat it. Don't repeat it. Don't repeat it because it doesn't get any better the second time.
Like
it doesn't sound any better the second time around.
Do you think the big bed in the Goldilocks story was upset that she didn't stay in the big bed? She wanted one that was just right. This one's too small. This one's too big.
It was just
this one's just right. The big bed was like, oh, okay.
So then, okay, let's then go further down the road. Okay, so he's thinking about himself.
Yeah.
Okay, and she's comparing him to the whole world, right? So, he's thinking like, okay, what's just right for you? So I'm not big enough for somebody else. Like you just right for you.
Why are you worried about that?
Well, okay. Now he's further down the road.
So then
he's down the road. He's got to come back.
Okay.
He's got to come back to the conversation.
True. That is what she's saying.
Because
that's perfectly.
Yeah, because if it wasn't me, they wouldn't even put up with this. I mean, that's what I'm getting that conversation to be.
No, yeah, and that's right. But it's like, okay, but you also don't make a lot of money, but you don't make too little money. You make just a lot of money for our lives. So. That's why we're together, because we're two puzzle pieces that came together.
But
okay, so okay, you know what, Corey? Now you're just too big, and I don't want to be with you anymore. You feel good? Does that make better? Does it make you feel better now? Like, that's right.
I agree. Say probably.
I'd rather be single with a 2 uncomfortable dick than have a girlfriend.
Make sure you get that word out there.
And tell your friends about it. You couldn't handle a real man.
Make sure you get that out there.
God.
But
okay.
So that's the deal. He's further down the road. He just got to come back. He got to have some time by himself. He's got to come back.
The comments. Once after being intimate with my now husband, then boyfriend, we were talking about where to get food. I said I was kind of feeling some breakfast food. He made the joke. I have a sausage you can have. I responded with, but it won't. Ooh, that won't. See, that's different. But that won't fill me up. That's different. Because now you're saying that's not enough. She said it was perfect. They got married. I didn't realize right away he was making a sexual joke. I legitimately thought he was talking about food. Oh, it took me a while, but he got over my flop. You've apologized. Says all you can do. Sure, it may not be the best thing to say, but we all make mistakes. He's gonna say something stupid. He's a guy, so
no doubt. Guys always say stuff stupid.
Like it's like he'll say something like, "Oh, you're beautiful, but you're not so pretty. I got to worry about fighting guys off." Something like you say something like that, and I'm like, "Oh, so."
Ooh. Yeah. I thought of something. Yeah, those are easy. those traps are bad.
This exact situation has happened to me with my partner. Glad to know it's not just mine that offers a sausage when I say I'm hungry. Luckily, he saw the funny side. Yeah. As a man, a husband, and coworker, or straight man in the trades, we 100% make jokes like that at our own expense all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe just
with each other.
Humor. Yeah, and we're more. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. But I mean, that men making penis jokes with each other is the same way women call each other bitch. You don't want to cross the gender line.
Right.
You don't cross the gender line.
Right.
Men can't call a woman bitch jokingly.
No.
Women can't make fun of a man's penis jokingly.
Right.
Like,
and guys do it all the time.
Whether she's seen it or not.
Right.
A female friend can be like, look, well, hey.
Slow your roll.
Whoa, okay. Where's that come from? Okay.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
That is just some things across gender lines. The fact that you're making an effort to fix it shows you care. Relationships are about learning from moments like this. And it sounds like you're doing just that. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing more you can really do about it.
Well, and the closer they are as friends, and not just in a relationship, but as friends, too, helps a lot because it's no malice. You got to take the malice out of it.
That's what she's saying. She said we're partners. Can we just can we work as partners?
But he's not feeling that part of it right now. He's feeling.
He'd rather you feel uncomfortable having sex with me every time he wants to have sex.
Then
just to know that
you say he's perfect.
Right. It's just saying that you're perfect size. Perfect. Good God. That is terrible.
That's
awful.
That's that whole.
He should be an
ex-boyfriend.
In a man's
head.
He need to be an ex-boyfriend.
So she's not really the asshole, but she's got to give him time.
Okay, here we go. This is stupid. Okay, let's go back to stupid stuff. All right, here we go. Am I the asshole? I lost my best friend of 8 years over the situation. I was reading for ages. This is 20.
Friend?
Yes, best friend.
Okay.
This is 20-year-old stuff. So this is the perfect, real thick of stupid, independent young people things. So I lost my best friend of 8 years over this, and I'm still trying to wrap my brain over it. This is what happened. I, 23 female, and my former best friend, 23 female, went out to some bars with her boyfriend. Oh, her friend and a few of her friends. Okay, I'm all right. This is the problem I'm having right now.
She's not friends with anybody but her.
Right.
Okay, so
how is she your best friend if you're not friends with her friends?
Yeah, that's
not even associates.
Her friends.
I'm not saying the boyfriend. The boyfriend's a boyfriend.
Right.
He's never gonna be your friend. Don't cross that line.
No.
But her friends,
and
a few of her friends. Like, why are y'all not socializing together? So this is already a cluster. But this is a few months back on New Year's. Ooh, we went to some bars and celebrated. I took a few shots with her friend's friend, who was a guy. They had just met that night.
Oh, okay. So the friends.
Okay. Well, friends are a guy.
Right.
Okay. Once the night was over, we all went back to her friend's apartment to chill. All right. I don't know these people. Why am I at their apartment? Eventually, my best friend and her boyfriend had left.
Time for her to leave.
And that's when you
Time
leave.
for her to leave.
Who you was there with left.
Whatever goes on after this, I'm not
right. I'm not.
You trying to leave.
That's to go. Okay.
That's a message. That's a bad thing.
And that's the problem.
That's a bad thing.
When you go to social events, the bridge that connects us, if they're leaving, I'm with them.
You got to leave with the bridge.
You leave with the people you come with. That's the first thing you always do.
Leave with who bought you.
I feel like as long as I'm with my company, I have a pass.
Right.
And it's like, okay, when the pass is leaving, I'd be like,
well, it is getting late.
Yeah. All right. Well,
work tomorrow.
I don't know y'all. So I'm not gonna say it. Okay.
I don't know how this is.
My best friend and her boyfriend left. It was just me, her friend's friend, the guy, and her friend who had brought me home, a guy she had met from the bar. Okay, wait, her friend's friend, which is a guy, and her friend. Okay, that's the guy. No, that's the girl. This is the guy. This is the girl.
Right.
Who had brought home a guy she met from the bar. Oh, another girl brought a friend. Okay. The guy and her were dancing and making out and eventually went off to her bedroom. It was just me and the guy. Oh, so they're not together.
No.
Okay, so they brought it. She picked up a guy.
Yep.
Okay, and then you was with the other guy.
Now she's coupled up with this other guy who's a friend.
That
other friend.
That night who was friends with my best friend's friend.
Time to leave.
We were just it still sounds like you should have left.
Should have left.
We were just chilling on the couch. We were just chilling on the couch and talking when we eventually started making out. Okay, things got a little heated. We ended up having sex for about 2 minutes when I decided to stop because I felt weird having sex on his friend's couch. So I sobered up and left. You should have left before that. But okay. About a week later, I get a text from my best friend saying how she's embarrassed and upset with me that I hooked up with a guy on her friend's couch and her friend felt uncomfortable about the situation. Okay. Immediately, I felt horrible and texted her and her friend to apologize. I also texted the guy who said his friend wasn't even that mad at him. He said she just found it funny. So another week goes by. My best friend texts me how she feels uncomfortable about me kissing her mutual friends. Besides this situation, there has been other 3 times I have kissed one of her. Oh, okay, hold on. Besides this situation, there's been 3 other times I have kissed one of her friends' friend. And each time they all made the first move. Now that is not an excuse. I just want to make it clear. Okay, you're causing problems. Got it.
Well, I don't know if she causing problems, but I mean, how she keep hooking up with all his friends' friends?
She sounds pretty.
No, I'm not judging. I'm not judging.
I know, but it's okay. Oh, that's the thing. We text paragraphs to each other for the next few hours, and it seems it's going nowhere. I let her know the situation, apologized to her, but she kept making almost rude and disrespectful comments. I had never seen this side of her before. We had never gotten into a fight until this happened. Eventually, after I kept trying to solve the situation, it wasn't working. I told her we need a break. I was heartbroken. We haven't talked since, but I miss her so much. Am I the a-hole?
I don't know if she's the a-hole as much as y'all not on the same page. She doesn't want you hooking up with her friends' friends. Those relationships affect her apparently with her boyfriend or whatever.
Yeah.
It's having some kind of impact. So you might just need your own set of
friends.
Friends, right? You shouldn't be hooking up with boyfriends of her boyfriend. Hooking up with friends of her guy friends of her friends of her guy friends. So I just think she needs her own set of friends. I don't.
She needs people to have a back.
Right.
That's the main thing.
Go out with people on her own and
oh my God,
not using not using her friend, her friend's boyfriend as a dating pool. You know, like
yeah.
The friends that he's gotten.
Well, no, but see that those weren't her. Those it didn't sound like those were the boyfriend's friends. It sounded like those were her other female friends, mutual guy friends.
Okay, so these are people they're interested in.
The boyfriend has nothing to do with any of this.
So they're not his friends.
No, they're not his friends.
Oh, okay. They're the girlfriend's friends.
Guy friends. She named nobody. Let's name them. OP, her best friend is Amy, and then Amy's friend is like Nikki.
Okay.
And then Nikki has Brett.
Right.
She made out with Brett, but
and
she's
Brett's
always
friend.
But Brett's friend, but she's always making out with Nikki's friends.
Right.
Up to 3 other times.
Right.
That's a lot.
I see. I don't know. I've dated in 40 years, so I wouldn't understand any of that. So I don't know. I don't know what's acceptable. I wouldn't know what's acceptable.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you watched TV shows.
Yeah,
you watched Sex in the City and things like that.
That's a little shifted. I mean, so on Sex in the City, if she's Miranda or is she way on the
They sound like she's not Miranda. And Miranda? Okay, wait. Not the redhead one. And not the prude with the dark hair.
Okay.
The blonde.
Okay.
That wasn't the main character.
Samantha.
That's Samantha.
Yeah.
Sound like Samantha.
Yeah.
That's it. Miranda's the redhead one.
Yeah, right. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out which one is she, because she
sounds like Samantha.
Yeah,
Samantha can hook up with anybody anywhere.
Right. Well, no. Samantha's very selective.
She's selective, but she's fast.
But she's very fast.
She's quick with it.
She moves.
Okay.
She moves
all right.
on
That's
it
right
away.
I'm getting it.
So is the problem that these girls that are picking up guys and she hooking up with their friends, is it that they're embarrassed because of her behavior and it's relating back to her girlfriend? I don't see what the problem.
Like the problem is, it's a case of shitting where you eat kind of thing.
So
this is a social group. We all go out to hang out. So what happens when 2 guys show up that both of you ain't made out with her? So
her image, she's tarnishing their image.
It's not
as a group of
it's
girls.
not No. The problem is Now these two guys want her affection, but they show up at the same. It's awkward. Like, so look, she's not fucking with people in her social group, like we said.
Right.
She's fucking with people she knows through this mutual friend right here.
Right.
So now the girl we call Nikki has like 3 or 4 guys who've all hooked up with this one girl.
Oh, so now they all
kind of don't like each other because it's like, hey man, what you doing? That's my chick. You're like, y'all made out one time, it wasn't nothing. So now it's a problem for Nikki's end. Like, I'm trying to wrangle my friends.
So she having a series of one night stands.
But see, that's not even the issue, because you saw the issue wasn't there because Nikki brought a random dude home.
Yeah.
And that's the way it should be done. Hey, we're going to hook up randomly.
What do comments say? Because I'm serious. I'm serious. We're not going to go.
They say not to ask. One says not to ask. So leaving the two of you alone while the best friend's friend went off to have sex was not being a good host. If they didn't want people having sex, they should have either have had you leave 2 drunk people on New Year's Eve. Yeah, that's true. While everyone else is hooking up, it's practically an invitation to snuggle up on the couch. Maybe your former best friend is feeling some jealousy because she has a thing for the guy you connected with. That's a deep leap.
No, but I was thinking the same thing. Are they interested in these other guys? I mean, are they interested in these other guys? It's like
they friends on them, but then they still around lingering.
Right.
Well, I think it's weird to have 2 female friends have a group of guys that's in
like a pool.
But the boyfriend's there.
Well, the
weird part is the host never responded to my apology. It's the OP. I sent an apology text that I still haven't got a response. The host likes the guy you hooked up with. Then why would she hook up with a guy at the bar?
Okay. So the whole make him jealous thing doesn't get to you, or make him jealous, make him work for it. I mean, so women bring. I mean, not being like, well, it's too late. But women are going to think like that. They're going to think like, I can't be obvious I like him, because if I like him, he's not going to treat me like I want to be treated.
Okay, so here's my problem with that situation. If I'm Brett, the guy who hooked up with this girl, and I like the girl who walked into that room with the other guy,
you're done.
I'm not gonna sit there and get cuckolded. Like, I like you, and I'm out.
You're done.
I wouldn't even go back to the apartment with them unless we go and definitely hook up tonight.
I wouldn't be around
right.
Anymore,
and so that leads me to believe Brett doesn't pay attention to them at all, because Brett hooked up with this girl.
But maybe he's not reading the room. I mean, I don't know how.
I mean, okay, so I can see what you're saying in that line of it, yes, because now she's in the mix and she's hooked up with all these guys.
Yeah.
Obviously, all these guys like her more than this.
But see, the problem with her hooking up with these guys, to me, was never about the guys. It was always about how it reflected on the girls. It's something about they wanted out of it. It's something the girls wanted out of it. And they're not getting what they want out of it. Or
So you know what? I dealt with this. So you're right. They want just the guy's attention.
Right.
And she's drawing attention. She's pulling aggro. That's what we call it in the game. Pull aggro. So she's pulling aggro from the guy's attention. And they want the guy's attention, but no real nothing else besides that. Okay.
But all right. They're not getting out that whole situation.
All right.
That if she's not around, they're having more fun.
Yeah. Everyone was hooking up, so I don't. But okay. So nothing wrong with the attention thing. That's fine. But having sex at somebody else's house is weird.
Always.
Especially with somebody you don't hang out with.
Wait a minute. Just being at somebody else's house you don't hang out with is weird.
Yeah, that's enough.
And then you gonna leave me?
And I'm just gonna smash in it? No, we're not doing that.
So first of all,
so either
why would I leave you in my living room? I don't even know you.
Right.
What?
I'm done having sex.
Okay, the video cameras are on. They will be on the rest of the night.
Oh, my TV and Xbox is missing, and have the food from the fridge. Oh my God. Oh, I did leave perfect strangers in my house. That's right. That's true.
I'm not leaving you in my living room, going to the bedroom.
You're right. I did do that.
I don't know you that well.
Police officer says I left these 2 people in my room. I don't know who robbed me.
I don't know. Yeah.
Call them first. Get back with us.
Check with them.
Ask them if they have the things you're missing. Okay, you're right. That's true. Okay.
So yeah, they're kind of weird.
Yeah, everybody says not to ask. So this isn't friends. This isn't friends. How most people be partners. That's how we did it before Tinder, at least. But it's 4 of them. You just known as to the guys. Hey, she's around. You go get some action. I don't know.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing. If she drawing that kind of attention, you don't want to be with that girl. You don't want to be with that girl. Like,
not to ask. So you
don't want my granddaughter hanging out with that girl.
And get to make your own choice in life. Oh, everybody says not the asshole, but I just don't think you should be hanging around people you don't know.
And have your own set of friends that you are comfortable with.
Well, apparently if she is a bunch of guys, she gonna fuck them. So that's not gonna
no,
be
it's
around.
not necessarily the
Well,
truth.
I tell you right now.
You can only go by what she said.
I don't tell you, got to go judge by what she's showing me. Oh wait, am I the asshole for insulting my father's girlfriend and telling them both I'm done? Yep, let's go with that one.
My father's girlfriend.
Yeah, sound like daddy broke up or mama's gone.
Okay, this ought to be interesting.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Advice needed. I'm an asshole for insulting my father's girlfriend and telling them both I'm done helping them. My girlfriend, my 31 female father's girlfriend has a 6-year-old son, Liam. Okay, so not
his father,
not her sibling. Just she has a son left over.
Wait a minute.
My
31 female. My 31 female. My 31 female father. Okay.
Girlfriend has a 6-year-old son. So not my sibling. I don't consider him my stepbrother. Quite frankly, I don't see his relationship lasting more than a couple of more years. Okay, but he's a sweet kid who gets along with my son, 5 male. So I do like him. Was it
5 male? Okay, yeah. Right.
And I've babysit him a few times.
Okay.
About 3 weeks ago, it rained. I was leaving to pick up my son from school when my father texted saying he had an emergency, and as I pick up Liam as well. I told him that wasn't viable for me for a number of reasons. Liam's school is 20 minutes away from my son's, and the rain means extra traffic.
Yeah.
His class also ends a few minutes earlier, so picking him up first would mean leaving my son waiting for at least half an hour.
That ain't gonna work.
So I had the infant daughter. Also had an infant daughter
in the car
with me.
Mm-hmm.
Good God, I don't like leaving her in the baby seat for too long. I told my father all of that, and he insisted, as Liam would have to wait alone in the rain for an hour if I don't pick him up. Oh, okay, honestly, I got lots of thoughts already. Hold on, I'm gonna finish the story first. I apologize, but I said I couldn't do it. His girlfriend texted me about 10 minutes later and asked me the same thing, but by that point, I was driving and didn't reply. Liam ended up waiting 40 minutes to be picked up. At no point did I think this had been my fault. Okay, it's not. Wait, we can throw down some. Oh my God, it's a long story. But I still feel awful about it. Both my father and his girlfriend were mostly radio silent for a few days and were cold whenever we did talk, which didn't help. But I didn't want to let it torture me. We all saw each other yesterday for a family meet. Apparently, I wasn't miserable enough because after we left, my father's girlfriend called me. She asked me how I could be so happy and carefree after leaving her son in the rain like that.
Wait a minute.
We gonna finish.
Her son? Keywords.
Son.
Okay.
We ended up having an argument. My father joined in, taking her side. Of course, where's mom? Take it.
Well, her mother might have passed away. Anything could be wrong.
I mean, I need somebody. But then I asked why they couldn't pick up Liam themselves. Turns out there was no emergency. They had gone to the movies and it lasted longer than expected.
Are you kidding me?
When they realized they wouldn't get to the school on time, they asked me to pick him up. Basically, they miscalculated how much free time they had and tried to blame it on me. And they also, why is it even posted? Why is this posted? You're not the asshole.
Who is? I can tell you.
I got a couple of them.
I got some
And they also lied about why, so I felt bad about it for no reason. To paraphrase my reply, I'm very sorry you're the mother. Liam is stuck with it. I'm very sorry you stuck with mother. Yeah, don't expect me to help you guys out anymore. And then I hung up. My father called me a few hours later to apologize for lying and being cold with him.
No.
But said I shouldn't insult his girlfriend for it.
I won't be. She won't be calling anymore.
He also said it's selfish for me to refuse to help them any further.
No.
Oh my God.
It is not selfish.
Shoes. I actually don't think I'm in the wrong, but I'm worried. I took it too far with
man.
With the way you replied. I see these people, in particular, since my father's right about this being the first time his girlfriend has done something like this. Either way, I think I'm too angry to think about this clearly. Ma'am, you are sound like a single mom with 2 kids, one of which is an infant. This is not on you.
It ain't her problem.
It's almost like the dad said, hey, you're a better parent than I ever was. And I don't know where you got that from because you got me as a dad. And you picked up that kid. And it's crazy. He asked first.
Right.
His daughter to pick up my girlfriend's baby.
That ain't gonna happen.
That's crazy.
I'm like, no, I ain't got that kind of time.
Jesus
no.
Christ.
So that's just crazy.
Now, assuming this is real, Because the last bit could be totally unjustified. Why she could have wrote that to make that up to make herself feel better.
Oh, okay.
But even before the reveal of what they actually were doing, you're not in the wrong.
It's not
they are the parents.
They got to be responsible for their own children. So why are we even discussing?
I don't even know why this is even a. You should, man. Get off the internet.
What did people say?
Get off the internet, man.
What did people say?
Not that, so of course they lied to you and tried to manipulate you and didn't give a shit that it wouldn't mean for your child would be left waiting
in the rain.
Liam lived waiting for 40 minutes. Yeah, but my son, who actually is my child, would have been waiting for 40 minutes.
And you know how long he gonna wait? Zip. He ain't gonna wait.
Not at all. Because I planned my life around him.
That's what you gotta do for 20 years.
Even if they went to the movies, hey, I'll come back and pick you up from the movies.
Yeah.
Because you're here in the movie comfortable. I will get our son.
You know what? She should jump on her father. That's exactly what he should have said.
Yeah.
He should have said, I got it. I'm going to pick up Liam. I'll meet you back here.
Yeah, let me get some boyfriend points, by the way. Not husband points.
That's right.
Not stepdad points. I'm just going to pick some boyfriend points up.
Pick up Liam so you can finish watching the movie.
But also, you know, it's a young school. It's a, you know, might not be on the list to pick him up. Well, also, the point, the daughter shouldn't be on the list to pick him up.
Exactly. As much as that is.
Right, she should. So hey, I know where the movie.
I took it that it was just a drive up and pick the baby
These
up.
These are all the things that should have happened before they even made the phone call.
So
one, she should say, "Hey, I'll come back and pick you up. Can I borrow the car to go pick my son up?"
Yeah.
The movie's taking over. Okay. Two, I'll go pick her up. Assuming he can pick up Liam, I'll pick him up. You know, I'll pick him up right now. Or better yet, hey, let's both go pick him up.
And we just catch this movie later.
And then we'll catch the next part of this movie later.
Right.
As a matter of fact, let's catch the next hour showing, hey, daughter, can you watch Liam now that we picked him up? Right. We fed him. He's on the way.
Drop him off.
Sure, yeah, you can play for a while.
So I take it that they never walked out on a movie. Because I've walked out on movies before. I've walked out on movies before because I misjudged the time. I was supposed to pick something up. I was supposed to meet somebody. I mean, there's always reasons to walk out of a movie.
I once walked out of a movie because Daphne couldn't find her phone and we freaked out and thought it was up in the movie theater. And she couldn't find her phone. It was in the car. And it was in. Now we can go back into the movie, presumably, but I was like, let's just go and go home.
I walked out on the movie because your brother freaked out.
Because I was scared.
Because he was scared for you because we're watching Ghostbusters.
I know.
I'm aware. I've walked out on movies before. You got to walk out. You got to be willing to leave. You got to be willing to go. But it's not the end of the world.
It's really the Liam's mom's responsibility. It's the girlfriend's responsibility.
And you know what's really bothering me about this whole thing? This is a movie. That's that little boy's life.
Yeah.
And they're putting that ahead of their enjoyment, ahead of that her lady's responsibilities, and then that boy's safety. They got this whole thing screwed up. This ought to be released to the government. Just had him arrested for being poor parents.
I'm not sure if Liam is a good name, but I just look at this situation. Let's cross-reference school times and movies right out in the general area. Yeah, everybody's saying not that, so this is obviously not that.
This is crazy.
That's before I was a parent, even I knew that. Like, even before I got a kid, it's just
like you can't come back and watch the movie.
What do y'all do for a living that he's in school and y'all not working? Both of y'all.
Even if you work at night,
y'all should be asleep.
Yeah.
So what are y'all doing for a living that y'all can be up enjoying social time while he's? I got a lot.
This is crazy.
To Liam's parents.
They were at the movies.
Well, actually, not Liam's parents. Liam has a dad. Get him to pick him up.
So here's what's
you're just assuming everybody's dead.
I'm assuming nobody else alive. Because if you calling me asking me to leave my child outside, you better have exhausted everybody.
Okay.
You know, your priest.
Okay, so
everybody else. So in your life.
Because I'm assuming that the dad is her 31-year-old father.
Right.
At the earliest, I'm giving him 18 years older than her. So let's say 49. But because she has she has a son that's 1 year older than her son. Yeah. I'm assuming she's a little bit younger.
Yeah, she's almost her age.
So if granddad, for assuming what her kids would be granddad.
Yeah.
Where is Liam's grandparents?
Once again.
And we assume everybody.
She exhausted every other responsibility. Because if you down on my name on the list, it's like, look, lady, you done asked everybody else you know. Everybody else.
I'm reading this one. I like the story already.
Ooh.
I smacked my nephew for spitting on me.
Well, you know my whole feelings
I know,
about that.
I know.
About spitting on
I
somebody.
know. I don't spit to this day. No, it wasn't me. I smacked my nephew for spitting on me. 34 male. 34 male? Smacked my nephew 14 male. Oh, that he spat on me at the dinner table.
He's at 14. He's a teenager.
Oh, it'd be more than a smack.
Got his ass. Who you spit that out? This is a child.
I was sitting at the dinner table with my family this afternoon, and my
Mm-mm.
nephew was squirting saliva from that thing under his tongue at people. When he did it to me, I was immediately grossed out and jumped up to go and wash myself. As walking past his chair, I clipped him over the back of the head with an open hand. You ain't got to tell me what ethnicity these people are. I did not hurt him, nor did I really think much of it at the time. My family are very upset that I disciplined another person's child. I'm not an abusive or aggressive person, but I'm left feeling really bad about this situation. Is it fair to say that I overreacted? Can I vote not the asshole right here?
My nephew is 3 inches taller than me.
I sometimes forget that he's still a child. I just feel disrespected.
Okay, so let me tell you about this. I can care less about him being taller than me and all that stuff. Let me tell you. So if he's spitting at 14 at people.
Wait, was he rapping? Was this about rapping? No, he said literally spitting saliva.
If he's spitting. Spitting out jazz.
I'm insulted.
If he's spitting at people and he's 14, somebody didn't do something when he was 3.
Oh,
because when he was 2 and 3 and spitting, they should have smacked him in his mouth then. But so, and you know what? He's right. I might not have hit that boy because he's too big to be hitting now. You should have done that younger. But I tell his dad, come outside for a second. Let me talk to you. Let me holler at you. Let me holler at you.
Okay, so
let me holler at you.
Here's the thing.
His parents are responsible for his behavior.
He's 14.
And his parents are responsible for his behavior.
But he said he's 14.
Right.
I'm not doing it as you a child. I'm doing it as if I'm another adult you're interacting in the world. He could be at the mall spitting at people. And somebody could just shoot him. So I'm treating you.
It ain't gonna be that far.
I'm treating you as another. You better be a young man. I'm treating you as another. If a young man,
teenager,
if you're another young man your age did to me, I'm treating you the same way I would treat him, which is fuck him up. So I'm gonna let you know. I don't care, child or not. It's no. I'm gonna say 13 through 18 is when you start giving a preview of what you're gonna be.
As an adult.
You making decisions
right
as an adult. This is how the world gonna treat you. You show up late for school, you get plucked out. If you know what I'm saying, if you get a job,
consequences,
your money. So a clip behind the head, he didn't go far enough for me. I'd have grabbed the back of his chair and jumped up and like, get up, keep going.
So I'm thinking either he's not been raised correctly.
Obviously, yes.
So when people aren't raised correctly, you can't blame the child all the time. You got to talk to the adult.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
And that's what I said. So I would be trying to talk to that boy's dad.
Parents.
Let me holler at you outside for a minute.
Brother or
no, his dad be enough. His dad be close enough. I don't know what it's doing, but his dad be close enough.
If his even if the dad wasn't his relative, it's his nephew. So if his sister is
I call it my sister. My brother, whoever it is.
Saying, but you would talk.
However, I'm related to that child.
That adult.
Come on, let me holler at you. Because I'm gonna tell you, next time he around me, if he spit on me, I'm gonna punch his ass dead in the face, and then I'm gonna punch your ass because I done told you.
I'll beat everybody's ass. They said, "Oh dear." Firstly, spitting in any capacity is so gross.
It is gross.
In tissues, in the sink, toilet,
It is.
Yeah,
it's gross.
You are right to feel angry and gross. Here in the UK, it's actually assault.
It's
in the UK, it's assault.
I told you,
blimey,
he gonna get assaulted.
It's assault in the US too.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Yeah, we just remind him assaulted you. He assaulted you at first age 14, and not assault. And not assault is assault. If he's not stopped at 14, it's going to get worse.
It's going to get worse. That's a level of disrespect that you don't come back from, and you can't spit at people.
Not the asshole smack his parents too. Like you said, not the asshole smack his parents too.
Knock his ass out. That's right. And his parents. Whoever I'm related to, come outside.
Now I'm just thinking about the video slap. Oh, the slap. Video of the slap. Yeah. That's funny. I'll comment with my radio. I wonder how bad that was. Okay. Well, obviously not the asshole. That's funny. Yeah, no. But you can't tell me. I know for a fact these kids, that's a white family. I'm sorry. The black family, everybody family. Because it's not I can see it happening in a black family. The part where everybody was disgusted with how he handled it, let me know it was a white family. Because the black family be like, that's what your ass get.
Exactly. Who you spitting that?
First of all, it wouldn't have got to him.
If he spit somebody else.
Hey, grandma, auntie, whoever. Hey, what they say? Get your ass to go to the table.
Let me holler at you, man.
Yeah, exactly. It'd been the whole thing. Okay, hold on. Am I the asshole for saying no child support, no opinions? That sounds good. I, 17, think I might have to explain how I was born for context. My mom has 2 friends. I call them Amelia and Jessica. Jessica's husband cheated on her with Amelia. Jessica's husband is getting her pregnant, but Jessica forgave them. Then he cheated on her with my mom. Whoa!
That guy. And he's still alive. Is he walking? If he's still walking, I want to talk to him. How'd you work that out, bro?
Because he's so big, it's uncomfortable. So everybody wants everybody.
See, everybody wants to see that.
That's what you can do. That's what you can do. When you like that, we just perfect. They're not dealing with that. But when you're too big, it's uncomfortable. They want you. You can do whatever you with.
He's a problem. He's a problem.
This man's a menace. Anyway. Then he cheated on her with my mom. Jessica still forgave him. And forgave my mom, which makes me think she's probably the most forgiving person in the world. Or a fool. That's also a problem. Anyways, my mom insisted that Jessica's husband is my father, but he always denies it. Up until several months ago when he realized how much we look alike. Oh, so he agreed to a DNA test. Turns out he is my father. Oh, surprise. So 2 affair children by 2 different women for him.
Wait a minute. Does he have any real children by Jessica?
It's pertinent.
It's pertinent.
I'm gonna take your opinion.
It's pertinent.
I'm gonna take your opinion and think everybody's dead. If they don't mention the story, they don't exist.
Okay.
He has been visited about once a month, but things are still awkward between us. I was reading a romance novel when he told me I'm too young for those books and said I must stop reading them. I told him
I know where it's going now.
I told him I won't, but he said I have to listen to him since he's my father. So I said no child support, no opinion. He seemed pretty stung by it. Was it too much?
No. If he ain't been paying child support, dude,
I'll be honest with you.
You just a dude on the street.
Even if he was paying child support, I don't think opinion counts.
No, it counts.
He denied it. Okay, if he was giving child support, visiting her, when she says, hey, I think you're my dad, and he goes, okay, yeah, I think I am your dad too. At that moment, then yeah, it counts. But he had been denying her for years until he officially went to go get the test.
Okay.
And only on his terms. Because she didn't say, well, let's go get it tested. He was like, no, I'm pretty sure that's your dad. And then
when she started looking
like, hey, you know what? Maybe we should get the test. Like, I've been saying it. You know, I have a sticking point of not listening to me when I tell you.
Yeah,
something.
I know.
So that bothers me right there. I'm saying no. He had no opinion, even if he was giving child support. No.
Wait a minute. If he were paying child support,
if he was
he'd have the right to parent.
When she says, I think you're my dad, and even if she wasn't, because obviously she listened to you as a father figure. If she's asking you, and she's not 100% sure.
She was open to it.
Yeah. Then back then, yeah.
It might be a point.
And then when it
now
gets
it's too late.
And then we get tested and find out you're not even my dad, then it's another thing, you know.
Oh, wait a minute.
I'm saying like when she asked for the father's support and he decided I'm gonna give it to you anyway. Right. But then they get tested and find out he's not the dad, then that holds more grace because it's like, okay, I was looking for a father figure and you provided that to me.
Right.
But he denied her when she asked for it.
And now you are my father.
And even start paying the day of.
And you just showed up. Okay.
Yeah, not the asshole.
You still late on the scene.
He may be your father, but he isn't your dad. I'm not your father, but I'm your father, but I'm your daddy, boy. Insert Guardian Galaxy clip there. Also, what the fuck? You're almost an adult. He can't just, you're not just an adult. You're about to be 18. You can vote and make you an adult. You can't just but into your life
go off to war
near adulthood and try playing parent.
You
did nothing wrong. Look, they give AK-47 to 14-year-olds in Somalia. They don't make them adults either. It doesn't make you an adult. You can't rent a car.
Not at 18, you're right.
You can't rent a car. And you can't smoke cigarettes. You smoke cigarettes. You can't drink alcohol.
No, can't get a drink in most states. I think you can in some states.
Not in any states. In other countries, you can drink at 14.
No states in the U.S. you can. Oh, this is interesting. I had to look that one up afterwards. We're going to have to verify.
Yeah,
that.
I'd be like, don't you have a
Trust
wife
with
to cheat on?
verification.
Don't you have a wife to cheat on or something that's burned. It's almost like.
Why don't you have a wife to cheat on?
I'd be like, don't you have a wife to cheat on or something?
That is a cold.
That's way worse than no child support, no.
She going right at him.
Go the juggler. Going straight for the neck. Protect your neck, man. Protect your neck.
That's crazy.
Also, no mention of the sister.
So I want to know this. Oh, because that's right. Because she got a half sister.
That's by Amelia. Yeah. A half sister by
2 different mothers, same dude.
It's a friend group that's, by the way, still telling to still together.
It's still a friend group.
2 kids. This like sister wives kind of thing. That kind of crazy.
It is kind of crazy. But I want to know if that lady can have children. See, that's another thing too.
Oh, if she can't have kids,
then it's kind of like, I'm not mad. See, most women, women get upset about that kid thing when it rivals their kid. See, they start paying attention to it when it rivals their kid.
Assuming that the wife doesn't have any children with him.
Right. Then, these are, she just takes in both kids and just.
No, she ain't taking in neither one of them because it's still being raised by
I'm just saying
her mom
she's
and
open
Jessica,
to it because she's still giving her husband the father experience without.
But he still denied the kid anyway.
But his kids, I mean, her kids are competing with those other kids for his attention, time, and affection or whatever.
Apparently, she's not competing with the women.
Apparently, he got time to spare.
She's just a non-confrontational woman altogether. She's not.
This one gets back to that not comfortable. She probably not comfortable. Very uncomfortable. And she's okay with
maybe she's like, I can't hate. He's too much for me. So.
Hang out with somebody else.
She got to be cheating. The wife got to be cheating with somebody.
Now that's interesting. I don't think that's the answer.
She doesn't care at all.
No, she does care. She just forgives him. Now, you think that means she's cheating? This is interesting.
She don't care.
But just because you don't care, that's a reflex thing. That's a protective thing. That's to protect you. I mean, so caring. Being concerned about something you can't control is a reflex thing.
Being concerned about something that you're not worried about getting on is a thing. That area is a toy in the toy box she's not playing with. So she's like, okay, whatever, I don't care. Like, you okay? Oh, you cheated on me? Oh, that sucks. Okay. Like,
but you think that is a mean she's cheating?
It's okay. 1, the cheating. 2, you got the mistress pregnant. 3, it was my friend. And he did that twice. That's 6 egregiousness against this man. It's one thing to cheat. It's one thing to get the side bitch pregnant. It's another thing. It's my friend.
Oh, that
and he did it twice. But, and she's like,
Like I said, it goes back to whether she has any children at all. To me, I'm sure they didn't discuss that anywhere in there. But I'd like to know if she had any more siblings with that. Due to his level of promiscuous. And then, if he's doing all that with that friend group, what's he doing outside that friend group? I mean, what's he like in a normal work environment?
I'm pretty sure she's not worried about it because you're cheating with her.
You got her straight on.
My guy is repopulating his work group, women and stuff.
You got her in a good spot.
Have you or anyone you know been married to Jessica's husband or been with Jessica's husband? Jessica's husband is getting everyone pregnant. Call this number for support. NTA is 17 years of denial exempts him from the title and anything that comes with it. Yeah, he needs to earn a place in your life. Yeah. I mean, that's
he's not an asshole.
He's a menace. He's a monster society, but he's not an asshole. He's a lot of things, but he's terrible.
He's definitely his own individual.
Good God.
Oh wow,
my guy has no limits. He's just gonna do whatever he wants to do.
That's funny. Advice
needed. Am I the asshole for leaving my husband as he refused to help with our child?
Well, ask.
That's right. Let's see what the question was.
Yeah.
I hope it's nothing like something small, like, can you wipe his butt? My 29 female husband, 30 male, and I have been together for 10 years and currently have 1 child, 3 female. When our daughter was born, I was working full time in an office setting, but then went on to leave after developing severe PPD, postpartum
depression.
Disorder, depression. He realized that we didn't need my full income, so I stepped down to part-time so we didn't have to use daycare and to hopefully relieve the stress to ease my depression. I worked part-time from the time she was 6 months old until January 2025. During this time, I was responsible for the household and our daughter. My husband's only real responsibility was cooking dinner and the occasional breakfast. Okay, I cleaned, grocery shop, and meal plan. I remember, that's a lot. I remember all the appointments and events. I also did all the child rearing. In the exception of the 2 days I worked in the office, I had 1 day from home, but my daughter was at home with me, which is not a good thing. It's bad. I become more overwhelmed than I was before. I asked for help constantly, and my husband would follow through for about 2 weeks before telling me that he was too tired from working full time, less than 40 hours. So it says. That's a less than symbol.
I thought it was more around because
it's like when that little clicky thing is. I think it's under 40 hours, but even still, it is 40 hours. Okay. I told him I wanted to go back to work full time, and he split the workload. He said no. I found a job anyway. Okay. One word.
Looks like they communicate well.
He said no. I said I'm gonna work anyway. One where I'd be able to put my daughter in reputable daycare. Okay, so she's doing
right
for my remote days. Is still bringing in more monthly than my part-time job. Okay, so it's important to
financially help the family out. She's got the baby.
She got everything covered, and it still wouldn't necessarily.
So now they need to split. They need to split.
Yeah, no,
the work details.
Now it's like okay. Let's see. It's important to note that we are also renovating our entire home due to hurricane damage, and we didn't have insurance, so extra income is needed.
Oh Jesus!
Wait,
that's not good.
We renovated our entire home. Okay. Didn't have insurance,
so extra income is needed. They gotta cover that.
I told my husband that why would you not have insurance for hurricane damage?
Because it depends on where you live.
Look, if you can hurricane damage coverage in Oklahoma, I understand that's unnecessary. But if you live in Florida, Louisiana, Georgia, Alabama, North Carolina, South Carolina, because remember those hurricanes happened earlier this year.
You don't have earthquake insurance. The city we live in is on fault.
Yeah, but I mean,
okay.
Yeah, okay.
It's not mandatory, but
LA always has earthquakes.
So,
okay. Here's my thing about Memphis. If a big earthquake comes and destroys everything anyway, it's going to be a government FEMA thing, regardless.
Who's in office? This FEMA thing, you asking for a lot.
I'm just saying, I'm assuming it's going to be a apocalyptic event.
You're making assumptions.
I'm just saying that it's going to be such a big thing that we might not be around to ask for the insurance anyway.
True.
You see what I'm saying?
True.
It's going to be...
All that's true.
It's way too big of a thing. Now, earthquakes in Los Angeles stuff is like having... fires in Los Angeles,
or having flood insurance in Miami, Florida.
Yeah, right. Something that happens more frequently than anything else.
Or Baton Rouge.
Now, if it's a hurricane that have hit in the middle of Indiana, then yeah, you probably didn't expect you're gonna have hurricane insurance. No. But if you in Florida, in a place like that, you should. If you're on the coast, even if it's in New England.
So I would ask you before we finish this. I would ask you to look up what the insurance costs in Florida now. It's crazy for flood insurance in Florida. Because these storms are happening every year, and the insurance companies are just not eating it anymore. They're making these rates up so high that it's hard to afford insurance.
Because you should be living the.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, and that's what I think about.
It's not a matter of if, it's when.
It's not worth the beachfront view that I'm gonna get hit with all that.
And I agree.
Because to me, when you go to the beach,
I agree.
To me, the beach. It's just my perception of things. I just see the ocean out there with a baseball bat, coming. Right? Because eventually those sea creatures gonna be in your living room.
Instead of it being a peaceful, serene scene, it's a threat.
It's the calm before the storm. It's always a calm before the storm.
It's a threat.
Literally,
it's a threat.
That's why I think about where we live is like it's not perfect by any means, but not too cold.
It's not in Tornado Alley. It's not in Tornado Alley. It's not near the coast.
They didn't think about the news the other day about how it always misses the bluff.
Yeah.
And I told you my theory.
Skips over the bluff. Right. Skip over the river. Right.
Is that my theory?
No. What's the theory?
No, it's not the river because it has plenty of points all up and down the Mississippi where it crosses the river. The river isn't the issue.
What's the difference?
My theory is that the top of the pyramid superheats the air around it and destabilizes the tornado long enough it doesn't touch down.
So the pyramid was
the pyramid superheats the air and it causes the imbalance.
It keeps the air
from tornado disappears because tornadoes are perfect balance. It's a perfect balance of heat and cold air and stuff. But the moment that superheat hits it
doesn't cross the river. It tears Arkansas all the time.
But it crosses, and then it's the interesting part. It doesn't go north either.
No, it doesn't go.
So it's like no. It does. What I'm saying is that the superheated air thing. My theory would work because the superheated air would go further south, and why it's a little bit underneath.
So why don't more people build pyramids in their cities? So to prevent, especially Tornado Alley.
The only reason we magically built ours because we named Memphis.
And it's on the river, like
and on the river, like the Nile.
Like the
Nile.
But, okay.
Not everybody wants to build a pyramid. It doesn't have to be a pyramid. It can just be a superheated. It can be a giant reflective panels up in the air.
Yeah.
And that would just do it.
That would.
I think that's my theory.
Okay, well, it ain't proved itself wrong.
I
yet.
didn't heard it. I heard it somewhere. Somebody said it a long time ago. I was like in middle school, and I was like, really? And I started paying attention to tornadoes, and I'm like, oh,
it always dissipates coming across the river.
But anyway, we live in an area where we don't really get a lot of stuff like that, you know. So we good, but I mean, our land is way too lumpy to properly flood us. Like even our street, you know, it take a long time to get that hill. Or So anyway, sorry. Back to the story. Where was it? Okay, I told my husband about this new job, accepted the position. He was furious. He told me not to expect any help outside of what he was doing now, cooking. He has remained steadfast in his decision not to help. I recently that's not good.
It's not good. They're not communicating well.
That's not nice. Oh, he's communicating just fine.
He's not helping.
What he communicating is an asshole thing. I recently asked again if he could at least help by brushing her teeth in the morning. He said no. God. I said we are supposed to be a team, and I would really appreciate this help. He snapped at this, at that. This is why I wanted. I did this to myself, and he would not be helping beyond my share. What? Wait.
So here's what
I said. Fine. I figured out myself. I've since been contemplating divorce. If the only responsibility I need to pack up is cooking, then what do I wait?
What do you need out of him? First, the finances. So slow your roll a little.
No, she said she had enough money to cover everything.
No, she doesn't. So if he's paying anything now, she doesn't. But here's the thing. So this went south when she asked and he said no. And she did it anyway. At that point, before she did it anyway, she should have made that divorce decision then. Because she was headed down that road then.
Yeah.
If he was serious about no, this is not the right. Now, what she should do is just contribute as much as she had to the household before. Do everything, but take that extra and just hold it back. Because you only needed this much out of me financially. True. So but you're not gonna pick up anything on your end. I'm trying to pick it up financially. I need you to pick it up with the group, you know, with and if you can't pick it up,
because
then this is mine. Because I'm working for this.
She also is providing monetary thing now. It's like, okay, so now I'm putting my money in.
So I was giving you $7,000 or $700 a month. I'm only gonna give you $700 a month from now on. The rest of this is gonna go in some little pool for me because I'm gonna use this whenever I want to because this is something I'm doing extra. You not putting any extra, I'm not putting no extra money in. So it's what we're gonna do from now on. Yeah. And then he would learn from that because she could be just as selfish as he's being. He's being selfish.
Yeah, that's the decision.
Now she's not an asshole. No, he's an asshole, but
he's terrible. My thing is, your partner's ask. Even if she asks a super request like, "Hey, can you take out the couch for the living room and put it in the yard because it's whatever." She's asking you something. Just do it.
He's irritable. She's irritable. I mean, he's irritable and put his foot down because she forced the situation. She forced it anyway.
Let me see.
She forced it. He told her no.
Yeah.
So she forced it. So
they were together for 10 years.
Anything beyond that.
A child at year 7.
Oh
yeah. To see what the plan was. Did he want the child? Because it's not like he didn't want that child. Because even if he disagrees with what she's asking for is for the detriment of the child.
For the betterment, right?
Yeah, this is for the betterment of the child. This is to make her life better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even if you don't agree with what she's asking you, that's your child. So it's like, yeah, it's like I'm just refusing to do anything but cook, which is something he has to eat anyway. He has to eat, so he's like, I gotta eat, and I guess what I'm cooking.
But she's washing clothes, she's doing all
this
other stuff.
So it's like I have to eat. So I don't want nothing to do with this child. Like it's like I don't want nothing to do with this. I'll be hands off.
I get where he's drawing the line. I'm just saying she could draw a line in the sand too, and she's got to know what she's working for. I don't think she'd be upset if she knew, okay, so everything beyond what I used to put in with the part-time job, I'm going to keep.
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, wait a minute, you're making more money. That's got nothing to do with this. Yeah. Because you're not putting any more in. Yeah. I'm putting the extra in. You're not putting the extra in.
Yeah.
So just keep what you're doing. And then she put it away and do what she's going to do with it. You know, enjoy herself or treat herself or something whenever she gets a chance. But there's a way to get that back.
Not to add, so marriage and parenting are supposed to be a team effort, not one person doing 95% while the other cooks dinner. You deserve real support, not resentment for asking. Yeah,
But she asked, he said no, and she did it anyway. So when that happens, that's like you cut that break into.
But I mean, I feel like the no in itself was just the end of it. Because, like, I'm asking you for help and your hard line is helping me. Like, what are we doing? What are we actually doing here?
Yeah.
Because I asked you for help and you said no. So, like, okay, so we're done, right? Because I'm not going to keep doing this with you. I want help. You're not giving the help. So we're done. Like, I don't know. What do you expect from me? Because my point is, you should ask, what do you think this is? Not the asshole, but divorce takes time. In the meantime, you need to accept that he will do nothing but cook. So you need to stop doing a lot of, like you said, a lot of things that you are doing to make his life easier. Clean your side of the bedroom, vacuum your side, not his. Clean the sink or shower before you use them, not after, so that they haven't been cleaned before he uses them. If you have more than one bathroom, just use the other one and leave him to his own dirty bathroom. Do your laundry in the child's laundry. Don't do his. As OP's friend, I love this idea. He won't help her. She shouldn't help him. That's what you said.
I said, but I told him, do it a different way. See, he'll see the financial part real quick. A man will see that real quick. He won't care about the dirty bathroom and all. He won't care about that.
Not the asshole. He does. Yeah. He gonna know his clothes. He gonna know he ain't got no clean clothes.
Yeah.
Because, you think some magical fairy just comes and washes your clothes and folds and put it in laundry for you. Well, you ain't got no clean underwear for Monday morning work. You're going to be like, what the fuck is going on here? Now, not the asshole. He doesn't consider looking at his own child as a fair share of work, right? Like, this is not a man you want to be married to. If you divorce, he will either give you full custody and pay child support, or split custody, and you will end up with less work. There was a post up here about a man who was convinced his wife couldn't cope if she divorced him. Update was all about how he couldn't cope with parenting his kids and keeping up with the housework, and desperately wanted his wife back. Be that wife. Yeah.
I don't think. See, I think they look at it wrong. I tell you, he won't be bothered with the He won't be bothered with the
housework thing.
With the housework thing. It won't bother him. What'll bother him is the financial part. I'm telling you, just keep whatever you earn above what you used to do. Do all of it. Okay, just hold the money.
And when they asked her refusing to apologize for slapping my boyfriend when he smashed our birthday cake to my face. Okay. My female 34 boyfriend, Charles, put his name in, Charles, male 38, and I celebrate our birthdays together. This year, I contributed, this is way too old for this, 38 and 34. I contributed a small private room in a restaurant, and we invited 11 people. 4 of them are my local friends. The rest are family members. I wanted to celebrate a new achievement in my career and thought it would be great to just splurge a little and get some delicious food. So we had access to the menu, drinks, and our cake. I had agreed to pay for half of the food aside from having rented the small space. Golly, what is he doing? The space was paid for in advance, the food at the end as in the restaurant. Okay. We had issues last year because I felt that he was doing low effort things while I always did my best to give him a nice birthday celebration. We have an income gap. Okay, there it goes. But it wasn't even about money. I was making less money. Oh, what? Last year, and I still made things work for him. So this year, he took care of inviting people. He paid for the cake and got me a spice rack as a present, which I love. Okay, so he paid for the cake he's about to smash. So get in the kitchen. That's what he said.
I don't like that.
Get back in the kitchen. I made myself pretty and got eyebrows and lashes done and had my hair done. We were told to pose and pretend to blow the candles because I didn't want to blow our germs on the cake. Okay. COVID is post-COVID, yeah, of course. Then we each had a picture along with the cake. When it was my turn, I was holding the cake when he pushed my face toward the cake. So I tried to fight it. His family started cheering and he arched over my body and forced me to bend over until my face matched the cake. My friends tried to get him off me, and he resorted to plastering the cake and frosting on my hair. Okay, that's too much. I don't need to describe the mess because I'll never be able to end this post, but I ended up slapping him when he attempted to do it again. Jesus, his mother got up, and she got into an argument with one of my guests. I had to cross the main floor with the cake all over my face to use the restroom. When I looked in the mirror, I had cake all on my neck, and my blouse, and my blue fluid color that didn't come off, of course. I had to wash my face and got my hair in my bun, and it looked like a mess that way. When I came back, his family were all long faces. I told him that what he did was unacceptable, and he said it was just a joke, but everybody has done that for ages, and that the slapping him just ruined my image in front of his family. Okay. I started crying and gathered up my stuff to leave. I notified him that he should pay for himself and his guests. My friends insisted on paying for their own food, but I refused, and we ended the night right there. My friends wanted to treat me to having dinner elsewhere, but I wasn't comfortable with my appearance. They ended up sending me the money that I spent, and that broke my heart. Okay.
So she has good friends.
Yes, apparently I don't think she has good in her life because this guy's terrible. Charles had to pay for one half of the remaining bill and got charged for a cleaning fee. Yes, I still love him, but I was clear that I'll never be able to forgive him. We talked about it and I ended things. He's convinced that I never loved him. Okay. Well, that's just, you can't accept that. That's what you're going to think.
Right.
He acknowledged what he did was wrong, but is adamant that his family hates me for slapping him, and that is my fault.
They ain't got to worry about it no more.
This is the 17-year-old grown up. I told him that he ruined not only our birthday, but also my way to celebrate my career milestone. I've worked very hard to get where I am, and his behavior showed me that what my future would look like, and that to say I'm sorry. And that I'm sorry to say it, but was so aggressive. Yeah, that's the part. Okay. And so focused on making his family laugh at my expense that I just realized he's not good enough, that I've lost my confidence to be seen with him in public because I don't know what else he will pull out of his ass. He says he paid for the cake. That cake, okay, that he's not saying that it was okay to smash it, but it's not like I paid for everything. He wanted me to apologize to his mom, but I refused. Important, I'm not proud of my reaction. What? We've never had any physical altercations. He said his mother, okay, he said, okay, his mother feels humiliated because of what I did, and that she has been struggling with maldepression for years. I didn't know. I came off as violent. Am I the asshole refusing? I already blocked him. Edit. His guests paid for the other half of his bill after being told they needed not to pay for anything.
They got over it. So the deal is that
that's a lie.
That level of humiliation is bad.
It's not only the humiliation. It's the forced himself on top of her.
He made sure he pushed her face. So it's not a joke to me at that point. It's stupid.
Yeah,
it's stupid, and it's almost like low level abuse or something. Like
and that's what she's saying. She's saying that this is what I see.
That's not. She's.
He thinks this is fun. That's the problem. He thinks it's fun. So
and that's exactly why.
So when he gets angry, what's angry look like?
When somebody shows you who you are, who they are.
Believe them.
Believe
and
them.
Also,
get out of that relationship.
The face pushing thing, even as a prank, I don't like that because it was a video or something where somebody did that. But nowadays these cakes are so fancy, they have things in them.
Oh
to keep them, and they got stabbed in the eye, and they came up with the thing in their eye because jammed their face in it. I'm just saying, you don't know what's unless you're there making the cake, you don't know what's in that cake.
Right.
So don't do that.
Don't jam anybody's face in the cake
because you don't know what's in the cake. Now picking up and mushing it like a wedding or whatever, cool. And then also it's like it wasn't his birthday. It wasn't just her birthday. It was both their birthdays. So she's trying to celebrate. If my version of celebrating isn't doing that, then you should just stop.
But if his version is being
then it's his day.
Prankster,
this is day. Then be a prankster.
But I'm not going to be a prankster anymore with you.
Yeah, right, but you ruined my birthday.
She out. Yeah, let me see what they say, but she's out.
Course, no,
she out.
This is not the asshole.
Yeah,
we found a lot of not the asshole posts today. But I was saying that's what that 17-year-old looks like 17 years later after spitting on people and not getting called out on it, and then the family reinforcing their behavior. This is what he turns into. His mother feels humiliated. You came off as violent. Did she not see what he did to you? When it was my turn, I was holding the cake when he pushed my face toward the cake, so I tried fighting it. Yeah, we read that part. How does one do this to their future spouse? They act like it was nothing but fun times. Well, it said girlfriend. It didn't say fiance. He hadn't proposed.
Well, and a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Walk away from crazy.
That's crazy.
You see crazy, get away from it.
Me slapping him just ruined my image in front of his family. Do you think I fucking care?
I like that.
His gun was locked and loaded. Wait, what is the humiliation? Oh, with that emotional humiliation, like his mom's depression has anything to do with her. Right? I'm like, okay, I got foot disease. What are we talking about? I got foot fungus. Your car color offended me. Like, what are we talking about?
My mom is depressed and your violence is triggered it. Like, okay. Well, don't push my face in the cake.
Depression was triggered by you defending yourself.
Slapping me.
How dare you? How about him shoving his girlfriend's face into a cake without consent while she very clearly and actively struggled? Funny how that didn't trigger any depressive symptoms. And even if they're trying to push her and she resisted, it's like, oh, I was just kidding, that can be kind of a joke at that point, kinda. But to push past the limitation of her consent
to overwhelm her.
Yeah, that's the problem. He gonna push her and she be like, boy, don't you, like, oh, I was just kidding, God, how do you date somebody 4 years younger than you and you still too immature to be with them? That's crazy. That is crazy. Okay, I'm gonna read my Reddit. That's always a good one. OP is obvious. He's jealous of your success. Oh, I'm trying to humiliate you. That's another way to look at it. This man hates you. You may not see it now, but you will. No man who loves you stands over you to get leverage so he can force your face into food and then does it twice. My jaw was on the floor. He did it because he's angry. Your career is better. He wanted to ruin your career announcement. Oh, yes, right. And your evening. What's the joke in hurting the person you're supposed to love? I didn't miss that. I missed that part of it.
I did too.
You have lovely. I'm just doing it even if he thinks this is for loving, friendly things.
Anyway,
dump him. The fact that he's assaulted you and thinks it's all your fault.
He showed her. Like he showed her who he is.
Smash walls and blame you one.
I'm done.
Yep. All right. Well,
I'm done.
All right. Well, that's the last story, guys. That was a good one. That was
I enjoyed this. Alex. Let's do this again.
We should try to do it again. Those reasons for being physically resistant. Yeah, all not the asshole. I was hoping to get at least one story where the person was obviously the asshole. Well, we didn't get one, but that's fine. So, guys, if you enjoy this, please leave your reactions to the stories you said. And, hey, leave some links to some Reddit stories so I can click on them and we can do it here. So, yeah. So, guys, next time. Bye.
Yeah, bye.